Go ahead.
Are you listening?
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? I go by the name of Zeezo.
Damn.
Come from Sudan. I represent for City Limits Entertainment, co-owner. I'm a hip-hop artist / hip-hop vocalist. Meaning I can do many different things with my hip-hop vocals.
What's your style? How would you say your style is?
My style, it's definitely it's a mixture of the Arabic tongue itself, which is being able to roll over with my R's and my letters and stuff. Kind of just bringing that into, basically, I mean, it's more like, I was influenced a lot by like Bone Thugs and Harmony and those kind of sounds, so it's more like a hip-hop flow of an international new rhythm kind of style.
So you think with your background that allows you to incorporate different sounds and
certainly does.
That other artists normally wouldn't even know about?
Certainly does. I mean, I've seen it a lot. I've seen a lot of people. I've tried to help a lot of people with writing at some points, and I've tried to get them to, like, you know, be able to roll the R's in certain ways. And I mean, it took time, but I've noticed that they weren't able to. It wasn't because they weren't smart enough or nothing. It was just something that, you know, the tongue muscle itself has practiced over the years. So, I mean.
So when you're in the studio making a song, what's your style? Do you hear a beat and you go from a beat, or do you have the song written? A little bit of both?
Most like
you write on the spot when you hear the...
Most of the times is I hear the beat and automatically, just depends on what vibe I'm in at the time, depends on the beat. There's plenty of times where a beat will play and I just have to click over to the next one just because it doesn't fit the vibe, you know. So I definitely love to, you know, make fresh music within the studio, you know, having a beat playing and just going right into it directly.
Talk about like the DMV, like hip hop scene, what it's like. Is Virginia different than Maryland, different from DC? Obviously, you know, your opinion on how you see things.
Well, see, I lived in DC, I've lived in Virginia, and I've lived in Maryland as well, as performed in all three of these places. And the music around here is really great. I mean, there's a lot of great artists around the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, not just in hip hop, but, you know, in many different genres as well. And I mean, I'm gonna just say the only thing that pretty much would make it different as around right now is pretty much the fan base. And the fan base in Virginia is different than the fan base in DC, and is different than the fan base in Maryland in a way, you know. But you can capture all of them. But you know, it's beautiful because you have real hip hop fans in the DC area who are kind of just, you know, contempt down, and you know, they kind of just suppress that because they follow the style of, well, they're actually, you know, they're actually bumping hip-hop, straight hip-hop most of the times and stuff. So, I mean, then Maryland, you got straight hip-hop mixed with, you know, the trap and everything. So it's a mixture of, like, kind of everything. But, yeah, the fans, I'll say that's pretty much the only difference, be the fans in the areas.
So tell everybody out there what they should be expecting from City Limit in the next few months, the next year.
Loud and Discreet, Volume 2. It's going to be dropping soon. Still bumping with this. Make sure you guys download it. It's doing strong numbers and it sounds really great. It was all engineered by Son of a Beats, and this project, hopefully Son of a Beats, guys, it's free for us, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to definitely be recording this whole project with Son of a Beats as well.
So how did you hook up with Son of a Beats? Like, how did you guys meet?
Well, see, we called up this Irish guy, and then this Irish guy put us on with this other Irish, nah, I'm just kidding. Moeezy was contacted by Soprano, and Soprano was in direct contact with Son of a Beats at the time. So to make a long story short, Soprano kind of put us on, as they say, introduced us to Son of a Beats, which was a blessing. And I mean, he was just up for it. He was ready to go to work, I mean, automatically. So it turned out to be a great relationship.
So were you out in L.A.? Did you go to L.A.?
Yes,
too?
I did.
So talk about L.A. How did you like L.A.?
Man, I loved L.A., man. Everybody on the East Coast, you definitely have to make it. You know, like, it's like the Mecca of Islam. You know, you got to at least try to go there once. You got to at least go to the West at least one time, man. Just give it a try. You're going to love it. All the way from San Diego. It's not just California, you know, it's from California to Las Vegas to down Nevada, I mean, down in Arizona. I mean, we traveled around. I even got to sneak into Mexico real quick. It was really fun over there. I recommend people definitely check that out as well.
So you think going out to the West Coast and seeing how they do things out there helped you as an artist, or like?
Oh yeah.
Like in what ways, like?
I definitely got to experience the different type of music that the people on the West do. Like, they have their own style of music as well. And, you know, it's not to say it's not, I'm not saying it's the greatest or the worst. It's different than everywhere else's music. And that's what makes it, you know, it makes it interesting about going to places like that. It opened up my ear a lot to a certain type of a beat that they have, you know, and a certain type of way that they roll over it. So that I'm going to try to take some international Arabic tongue twisting and try to mix it in with that now too as well.
Cool. So anything else you want to speak on?
Yeah, I just want to say, man, you know, we're representing for Fuck Swag as well. You guys just make sure, you know, just do you at all times. You know, just carry your own individuality at all times. Represent for where you're from. You know, and I'm not talking about no gang or nothing. I'm talking about beyond that. You know, find your roots and represent for your roots, and, you know, everything that you know, you really truly do stand for. And continue to do what you love doing. I love doing music, so you're always going to be hearing something new coming from me. Don't matter how long it takes, don't matter how short it takes. It's going to be something out there for you guys. So just make sure you guys stay tuned. Loud and Discreet Volume 2 is going to be here soon.
And how can people follow you?
You can reach me on Twitter directly at CLE_Zeezo, and Instagram Zeezo Ho, Facebook Zeezo. You can just Google Zeezo. It's going to come up. Some. It's going to find this picture. Just look for the infamous purple on there. And shout out to Romeo, Devine, shout out to City Limits Entertainment, all the hard work, all the, you know, the members have been putting in as well. Shout out to Blaine Coffee on the West, who's been helping out with many different ways, and Scott Carver's there. We have a strong team going right now, so you guys just stay tuned to my team.